Dwaine Patterson was once the leader of a feared London gang, controlling the streets and living a life of crime. But that life came with a price. He was arrested and spent 30 years in prison. In this emotional story, Dwaine opens up about his journey, from a troubled childhood that pushed him toward gang life, to the moment everything came crashing down when he was caught.
When did you done a 5 stretch? Was it the YOs you went to or Boston? What was it you done?
Yeah, so I was a bit too young because it was a sensitive case. So obviously I amputated another young kid's finger. So I went to secure units first. So I went to Stamford House, I went to Orchard Lodge, and I also went to Vinnie Green. But because of my behavior, again, it's always history repeating itself with my fights and everything. As soon as I hit 15, they were happy and relieved. Now you're going to Feltham. So that was kind of the pattern.
What was it like chopping someone's finger off?
To be fair, being so young, because I was 13, you're not understanding the magnitude of what you've actually done. Now looking back, especially as an adult as well, it's a parent's worst nightmare. I'm not a parent, but I'm an uncle. I'm an older brother and so forth, and it's just horrendous but unfortunately, being young, you don't sometimes actually, how can I articulate this? See the repercussions. It's something that my father always said to me. He said, son, it's not the mistakes that you have to worry about, but it's the consequences that come with the mistakes.
What was the reason for chopping the finger off?
So with this, again, it comes down to groups dynamics and not liking the particular group. I can't say per se that young person done anything directly towards me, but it's just the whole of who he was connected with I didn't like. So I was just making a statement, and it's bad, it's horrendous. And my heart goes out to, the young person, grown man now, and his family and so forth. And I hope I don't, re-invoke any feelings from talking about this.
Yeah, fair play. Obviously, you've changed your whole outlook in life, the way you see things, the mistakes that you've done.
100%.
But obviously, it might be difficult speaking about it because you don't want to be in here. We're not glorifying it, but it's still your story for people to understand the shit that you were actually involved in, to the shit that you're actually doing now, the way you speak, the way you present yourself, that people can change. So when you end up getting a 5, look, what was that feeling when you end up getting put into the secure unit at 12, 13?
Oh, wow. I was surprised. The whole kind of dynamics was different.
He talks about the challenges of prison life, his regrets, and how those decades behind bars changed him forever. Now free, Dwaine shares how he's working to turn his life around, helping young people avoid the mistakes he made. His story is one of pain, redemption, and the hope that change is possible, even in the darkest times.
Like, again, this was it felt like another failure for me again, because you always look at adults as being kind, being generous, being your protectors, but I saw a lot of them actually being abusers. For example, as well, we know that sometimes children can be mischievous, but how they actually resolve situations as well was by punching you in your stomach, twisting your arm back. So it almost seemed like it was like sadomasochists. Like they wanted you to feel pain just for you to scream and so forth. They were getting like a thrill out of pulling your neck back and so forth. And you're a child. Technically, you're a child. You're a kid. So I then realized that nobody really cares. So I'm not going to care. So I hardened to that notion.
So that fueled your fire?
101%.
What was the other kids like you were with? Did you see the fear in them? Or was everybody kind of lost little souls?
That's how I saw it. I saw that everybody was trying to play their position on the field. Everyone was trying to, everyone was trying to become someone. And they thought by becoming a person was by implementing extreme violence or being aggressive. Because when you're younger, that's what you look to. And I always used to see, because it was funny. I used to have this weird relationship with my father when I was younger. I never really understood my father's methods. I used to think he was soft because he was so calm. Like, for example, if he took me to the school, so there's an incident, So the parents are there, my father, my parents are there, my mother, my father, and the parents are irated. So sometimes, as you know, because the other parent's son has lost, now the father wants to take it upon himself, like, why don't me and you have one? And my father was always calm. And I remember once what he said to he said to one gentleman as well. He says, "Sir, I don't want to fight you. Why do we want to fight for? We know how temperamental children are. They will fight today, but they'll be friends tomorrow. How silly would we be if we went outside now and was rolling up and down?" And at that time, I saw it. Now I see him as a great diffuser. But at that time, I thought, no, he should be like my other friend's father that just punches people in the mouth and, you know, he just resolves situations like that. But now, at this age, no disrespect to my friend, seeing his father now that has gone in and out of prison, got no stable job, you know, the kids are not even respecting him no more because they're saying that, listen, you're an old guy, we're not listening to you. So now you can see and where that my father's got respect. People still acknowledge my father. My father's almost, he's been sick, he's been ill, and he's almost died 3 times. And so many people's been to his bedside because of the amount of love that he's generated. So it just goes to show. So then I said, I want to implement those steps as well. Just be a nice person.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.